Talk Overtime friends, how y'all doing? It's Wednesday. Wednesday and still Bible school. We've had such a great turnout. We had a great time, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been good. The kids is
The kids are good. I just put soup, beans, and cornbread on the thing today. But really, it's soup, beans, cornbread, cabbage, and corned beef. My mama has gone above and beyond. And she done all of herself. It's done when I get home. This is a rush week, but this is the way you do it. Let's bless it, Mama. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And dear, we just pray for all the prayer requests out there, all the need, and all the tears, dear Lord, you'll try them all. Dear Lord, we just pray that you'll watch over us, lead and direct us, be with us through our Bible school. Be with all this nation that's having Bible school, dear Lord. Watch over them, lead and guide and direct them. In your name we pray. Amen. Now, folks, I could get used to this. We may have Bible school again next week. I'm going to see if they're up to it. No, we're not. But don't let that rumor get out because people will show up and I'll feel bad. No, but usually I come home and do a little prep. Mama's done a little prep. This week she's like, I've got it ready.
You have to. We don't have time to eat.
Mm-mm. That corned beef is so good. I had something on my shirt a while ago. I don't know what it was. It wasn't nothing I'd eat. It must have been something that it looked pink. And I've not had anything pink.
Are you sure?
I don't know what it was.
Cotton candy pink.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. But soup beans is one of my favorites. My mama's soup beans is definitely one of my favorites. We're not having onion tonight. I'll be around way too many people, but boy, it sure would be good with an onion on it.
Can you get that? I
You
need
know?
that open.
There, I got it. This is sweet chow chow.
It's from Save a Lot.
Save a Lot. It's from Spring and Valley Farms. We like it. Mama, do you like this?
I'm not eat that.
Oh. I like it then. It's a lot different than yours, Mama.
Yeah, the boys was eating that one time.
Yeah. It's a lot different than you make, but it's still got a good flavor.
Nice squash pickles.
Now I like yours the best. I sure we hope we have enough goodies to can with this year. With the rain, it may turn out to be very nice.
There are several lilies on it. I went down there today and they ain't big enough.
This cabbage is just boiled. So,
It's butter and salt and pepper.
butter, salt, and pepper, and boiled cabbage. I know y'all are very close tonight. I don't know why I've got the camera in the wrong place. I like fried cabbage, I like boiled cabbage. I like cabbage anyway. I even like cabbage in the garden with the salt and pepper shaker. Now that's liking cabbage, ain't it, Mama?
That's liking it too.
You can make corned beef and cabbage fried and put it together. Mama tonight has just made it separate. She boiled her cabbage, salt and pepper, butter, and then fried her corned beef into little patties.
I hadn't had the plain cooked cabbage with salt, pepper, and butter in a while,
Yeah,
so I want to try it again.
it makes a perfect little bite. Well, you are having cornbread.
Can't have beans without corn.
No. Except we got friends that like it with biscuits.
Yeah.
That's because their mama liked it. Now remember, don't never give up nothing your mama taught you. It's always the best.
My daddy.
This is delicious, Mama.
My daddy ate biscuits with pinto beans.
You know what I thought I'd come home to tonight?
What? Well,
Goulash.
we got plenty of goulash in there.
I know, but it was such a treat to get soup beans. These are not Lux, these are Mama's. But she didn't make a huge amount, just the right amount. Mama, this is absolutely delicious.
Made more than what we needed though.
Well, there's lunch tomorrow.
It's hard to judge.
I love cabbage. Now, what I'll do with this cabbage tomorrow, just so it ain't the same meal, I put a little Frank's hot sauce in it. I love that. Mom, you did extra good.
Well, thank you.
I can tell these are your beans.
Yeah. I put them on
Is
there.
this all of them?
That's all I could.
You did good. Look here, she fixed one little kittle.
All
So
I
we're not
could.
going to have a
I
whole
just
lot.
fixed a half of a head of cabbage.
We're doing better on that mess, ain't we, Mama?
I'm trying.
And we're eating less. First, it was the struggle to try to eat less. We'd have to say, well, let's just stop right there. Now, we've done it. It seems to be about the right portion.
I've tried to cut back, but it's hard.
Hmm?
I thought, oh, them ain't enough beans for nothing. And I had to throw in another handful or two.
Well, it looks like you did the perfect amount. Because we both have a little half bowl. There's enough for us to have a little bit more tonight and enough for one helping tomorrow. We used to just fix the whole kettle full.
I've never fixed beans in such a small kettle.
In that
in my
little
life.
kettle. But that's all right. But now, the next time we make them in a big kettle. Because sometimes we deliberately make plenty and then we give them to our friends. We have some friends that Mama loves to feed, and she'll fix them beans, and she'll give them a big old, one of the big old aluminum things with a lid. She likes to fix that for them and some bread. Pinto beans is just almost a lost art form. How long did you cook these today?
Oh, I put them on about lunchtime.
So about 5 or 6 hours, and it's good to
Yeah, I just cooked, boiled them, got them.
phone call. Mm-hmm. These are delicious. What have you been into today, Mama?
Well, nothing really. Cooking. I went planted a few onions. Come up a little shower, got me wet.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get, and I went down to the other garden and checking on the squash, and they ain't big enough. Come in the house, and guess what? The rain stopped. I was going to try to do some down there, but I guess I wasn't supposed to be out there that long.
The Lord said, get in the house, Tootsie.
Yeah, it rained on me.
Well, give them a little update on Oliver.
He's a little better today. He's moved around more, and he's walked. When he has walked, it's been a little bit longer distance.
So thank y'all for the prayers. I'm really leaning toward he had a muscle pull, or his mama holds his leg, or something.
She's a pup, and he's a pup.
She's rough. No, I know some people try to take up for everything she does, but she can do a few things now. She can get into some messes, can't she, Mom?
Yeah, you think she's innocent of everything.
I want her to be.
But she ain't.
There's a possibility that she could do a few things.
I caught her pulling her leg. I had to make her quit. She had to stretch plumb straight back behind him.
You notice I can turn on them squirrels in a heartbeat. But when it comes to that little fur baby Oliver, we call him Ollie and Oliver both. When it comes to her hurting him, she may have to own up to that now and quit being so rough.
He got off the porch and got out there with her today, and he was getting a little rough, wanting to fight and play with her, and he's still sore and stuff. I said, Abby, stop it right now. She straight set up there like, you talking to me? I'm as innocent as I can be.
She don't mean to hurt him now.
Neither
She's
does
not
he.
a vicious dog.
No, she plays rough.
She plays and she'll just, she's like 10 times bigger than him. And he plays too.
He gets rough too, but
But little Abby kind of gets a little rough with him, and but now we got him separated, so he can't get to freedom.
he can get to her though, if he wants to and can.
We got the gate closed on the front porch, and he can get off and on all by himself because he's little. She can't. So if he wants to get away from her, he can get on the front porch, and that's kind of where he stays. So he has a refuge now. Before we had the gate, anywhere he could be, she could be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and the wind had shut that upper gate on the back. The reason she couldn't get on the porch to get to that food. But she still don't want it.
I'm going to tell you all the truth. This right here is more picky about them babies than I am. And I'm the world's worst. So she announced yesterday evening, even though I had 2 bags of it, don't buy no more of that adult apple. She don't like it anymore. That's what she's gonna have to eat it. I've got 2 bags. No, she just don't care for it. You just get all puppy chow for both of them and let her have what she wants. We'll give those other bags to somebody else.
She wouldn't eat it. She's not eating it. I don't like to eat stuff. I don't
Mama,
like.
she ate it for 6 months and loved it and would tear the door down to get to it. It can't be that bad.
She got spoiled on puppy chow. I know puppy chow's twice this much, ain't it?
And now she don't want to feed her the other.
I've been feeding her puppy chow.
I know, and you will. And I'm going to go tomorrow and buy 2 bags of puppy chow. I'm just like, I'm with the babies like I am me with coffee. We don't have dog food unless there's 2 additional bags beyond what they're eating. You don't know what might happen. The whole system might shut down and I won't have any baby food. So I'm going to go buy 2 puppy chows. I got 1. So I'm going to go buy 2 more puppy chows. And I guess I'll just have to give that to somebody else. I'll find somebody who needs some dog food.
We'll try mixing a little bit of it with the puppy chow and see if she'll eat it. Now Oliver won't eat it. He don't like it at all.
Do y'all sense a little overprotective?
Would you like to sit down to eat with stuff that you didn't like?
No, ma'am.
Well, I don't think they do either.
Yes, ma'am. And I'll buy some more.
Puppy chow.
Puppy chow. She fixes some gravy and biscuits after I go to work.
I couldn't get Oliver to eat that stuff.
She fixes them gravy and biscuits
Not much.
after I leave for work. Now, what do y'all...
You don't have to tell everything.
But ask her. Them's his dogs. I don't care nothing about them.
I worried myself sick over that.
I had to. I had not been able to sleep over that little fur baby. But my daddy told me one time,
Several times on this.
well, every time, if it'll eat and drink, there ain't a whole lot wrong with it. If they quit eating and drinking, you got a problem. At no point at any time, even when it wasn't puppy chow, did Oliver ever stop eating or wagging that tail. And he's never been. He only acts like he's in pain when he moved for Sunday and Monday.
But I've been.
I was taking him to the vet on Tuesday. The vet called and they said they had to cancel and reschedule me. Well, just so happened Tuesday he acted much better. And then today he acts even better.
He may not even eat puppy chow good now. Because since he's been that way, I've been feeding him bologna and Wendy's.
And gravy and biscuits. But she did that before.
I want to make sure he's got protein in
Oh,
it.
you're sure. I'm going to start locking up my lunch and suppers because they sometimes what you let them go with.
If he would eat it, I'd give it to him.
That's 100% the truth. I said, did you eat gravy and biscuits again today?
No, I didn't.
And she said, again? I said, well, I was just skillet last night with gravy in it, and I know sometimes you'll eat that for lunch. Oh, no, I fixed that for the kids. I said, 2 days in a row they got gravy and biscuits? Well, actually, the day before that, too. She said, I didn't keep it. I love it. You don't care about them, though, do you, Mom?
No.
You ain't worried about them, are you?
No, I just wished he's better. He has walked better.
He has.
I mean, he still can't walk much, a few steps. And you can tell it's bothering him, but he's walked more steps today than he has been.
He walked more last night. He got off the porch and was out in the yard and, you know, milling around a lot more. Today it's even been more. And he's always been able to walk when he wanted to. Even the first night, Sunday night.
It's just real slow and you can tell he's...
So if he hadn't been able to walk, it would have worried me even more. You know, like a spinal cord injury or something like that. But he's always been able to get up and walk when he had to. It just, he never did want to. But I will say this, and Mama can vouch for this. Out of all 8 pups that she had, he would lay down and eat. He would just lay down and eat sideways, wouldn't he? And he would be, you'd go out there and you'd find him laid up asleep in the shade. Every time we'd go to feed.
Yeah, he didn't.
He's not ever been active. He's never been
overly.
overly.
When he bites my feet and paints leaves.
Like he would take a day, like on a Saturday, and he'd be laying on the porch and he'd just lay out there about all day. He'd run off, you wouldn't see him, you'd come back and he'd be laying. He's never been one to be like, she is crazy, wild. She takes zombie fits, you know, where they zoom back and forth. He's never done that. He's just living his best life, letting the world go by. So I can understand if he's a little sore where she has probably grabbed his hips or pulled his leg, then I can see him just saying, I just ain't going to feel with moving much today. Someone had convinced me maybe he had been snake bit, like by a black snake or something, and that will make him sore.
But we couldn't find him.
But I have searched that baby, and I have checked his backbone, his spine, his legs. There's no broke bones. There's nothing out of place. I told Mama, I said, she might have knocked his leg out of place and it went back in, and that made him sore. There's no answer for it. But it seems like it's been a long time, but he's only been down for 3 days today. Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. Well, today's the 4th day. And he's already showing remarkable strides every turn. So I think the alarm is over. I just want to see him back to his usual little baby self. But let's just keep on praying and keep on working toward that. But
just pray the weenies and blowing holes out till you go get some more.
Let's pray that Mama don't turn into a diabetic before we get him healthy again. With gravy and biscuits and bologna.
I gave him that this week, though.
You're not giving it to him this week.
Not yesterday or today. I didn't give him gravy.
But you've given him gravy and biscuits before then.
Oh, yeah.
And since he's been sick. She loves it.
But I worked it more on protein.
Who's your favorite?
Who's
Abby,
the baby?
Oliver,
The baby always.
or me?
The baby.
I lose every time. You cute little one. Folks, it's real here. If your household is just rolling right along and you think, what what other people do. Tune in here and you'll see what mess we up to every week. Every day. Abby ran off. That was a big worry. And she left me here with 8 baby pups.
That was the big worry.
I was so upset. Let me tell you this funny story. Now it's funny now. I thought the pups were 3.5 weeks old when she left. And my mind was just, it was Saturday before last, this will be 3 weeks. No, they were only 2.5 weeks old. I called the vet and I said, I've got 8 puppies and the mama is not come home. He said, well, do you blame her? Would you come home to 8 kids? I said, I hope she shows back up, but so far she's not. And I said, now I've given them some warm milk and a syringe. And he said, how old are they? I said, they're 3.5 weeks. He said, well, since they're that old, just soften them some food and see if they can't just eat it. He said, now if it was even a week earlier, I would question it. But this 3.5 weeks, they probably can't.
They wasn't that old.
So we softened some food. I took it out there. I come back in. I tell Mama, no worries. We can raise these pups ourselves because they eat like crazy. They eat 2 pans of food in just a few minutes. And then 2.5 weeks old. Me thinking they're 3.5 weeks. So I still didn't realize it. So they got up to they was really 5 weeks old, and I thought they were 6 weeks old. And she come home. Everything was fine. But I told Mama, I said, the babies are 6 weeks old today. And I said, they're too baby. They're too little. They can't go nowhere. Because some people had wanted them. I said, I'm going to keep them to 7 or 8. And Mama said, yeah, let's see, 23rd of March. They're just 4.5 weeks right now. And I said, well, Mama, I thought the 3.5 when she left, she's been back 2 weeks. We got to figuring up them babies was just a little over 2 weeks old whenever she left, and I started feeding them. So they've been eating a long time. And they do real well. They all did. Those were the most, I guess you would say it every time, but those were the best puppies we've ever had on this farm. And over the years, we've had several. Dad used to love border collies, and we had border collies here. We love border collies. Any border collie people out there? But here's the thing about border collies. I'd have one now. Border collies like to work. They want something to herd. We always had cows, we always had horses, and Dad even had them trained a little bit that they could help him out here. I mean, he'd say, bring them up, and then he should go and run the cows up. But if they don't have something to do, a working class dog, it's hard on them. It really is, or I would own one now. Love border collies. We love all dogs, but love border collies. But these puppies were some of the best, sweetest, genuine puppies.
Those are the most good-natured ones that I've ever.
And the reason we kept Oliver out of all the others is because he loved Mama so good. And he wanted to lay on my feet. Anytime I was out there, he would come over and put his head on my feet. And Mama can't get away from him. So he fell in love with Mama the first day. And he was always right at me too. So Mama decided we couldn't let go of him. So we're about, 10, 11 weeks attached. Aren't we, Mama?
Yeah.
And he was the first one that I pulled out of the house when she had him.
And you named him instantly.
And I named him instantly. I named them all. But when I pulled him out, I said, oh, he's a little boy. I said, look, he looks like a little Oliver. And Mama said, he does. And then the next one. I didn't name them all then. I named them over the course of several weeks. But Oliver, I named him instantly. It was just meant to be. All right, folks. We're going to put this stuff away. And we're going to get to Bible school.
Yeah.
We got children.
That's awesome.
Have you learned anything about school?
Yeah, we had.
They told me last night she was a good girl.
Who told you?
I ain't gonna tell you that you might at that tonight.
I
I said, "Where's my mother?" And they said, "She's still in class." I said, "She got held over, didn't she?" And they said, "For being mean." I said, "No, she's been a good girl." I said, "Well, I'm glad." We have an adult class, see.
I sit there and listen. I'm good.
I thought they'd kept you late because everybody else seemed to be down there.
I thought I went down there when they did. I must have poked along.
You poked a little.
I moved slower than
You
some.
poked a little mama, and I was worried about you, and I thought, well, she's got in trouble, and they've had to put her in timeout.
Mm-hmm.
But they promised me you've been a good girl.
I don't talk or nothing.
They know that.
Because there ain't nobody around me much to talk to now.
They know you don't talk, mama.
I do talk.
See, it ain't just us you don't talk to. She don't talk to the church folk either.
They don't know sit close enough I can talk to.
Oh, well. I'm kind of hate that it's the third night because after tonight, it won't be as long as it has been.
Yeah, a little swoosh.
Yeah, it's just be 2 more nights. And boom. And that last night's always quick and hectic. But my kids are perfect children, every one of them. I have the young adults. So I guess they're not children. They're getting almost ready to. Most of them are driving. Does that tell you anything? So, and they're a great group of kids, young adults, really.
I need to be in there because I'm a young adult.
You're a senior young adult.
I don't like that word senior.
Seasoned.
No. Just
Experience?
simply young adult.
Experienced.
All of that makes me sound old. Seasoned, experienced, senior.
But none of them say old.
It emphasizes old, though. It makes you think old.
You want me to just call you a youngin'?
Yeah.
In case some of y'all don't know, that's a term we use for our children. Youngin' can be a child of any age. And if you're old enough, you call people in their 20s and 30s youngins. Yeah. Like grandparents will often say to the whole glob of grandkids, "You youngins, be careful." If they're in college or if they're in kindergarten, it don't matter. It's just a slang term, youngins. Mama says it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Where's them youngins? I said, they're playing.
Oh, we better youngins.
I got one more bite of that beautiful corned beef. And I'm done.
Well, good.
You want to fix the T-bone or something for Oliver before we leave?
No, I fed him wings.
I mean,
Oh, and I gave him.
I figure I get corned beef and cabbage and beans. He probably had a steak on the grill.
He had a chicken liver and wings.
That went the chicken livers.
I just gave him one because I didn't want him to have grease. But grease helps him.
I'm not at all jealous. I'm really not. I've been feeding the same kind of stuff. I just love it. And I just love that biggin too. Even if she may be the reason the baby's hurting. You people, if you know, you know. If you're out there and you've ever experienced them babies, even when they hurt one to others, you just love them to pieces, don't you? Folks, thank you for putting up with us. I promise I'm not been ignoring comments. But I've got y'all set up all wrong tonight. There's something set where you usually set. And I can't see it. Just to be honest with you, I gotta get my glasses changed. And there is Lois. Do you still have Abby? For the moment, Lois.
For the moment.
Yeah, we have her. We think she's the one who's probably hurt the baby, but we love her anyway. John, you just have such a loving personality. Well, thank you, Debbie. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Linda. Look at my comments. Okay. Hey, Linda. I just seen them. I love it that Mama cooks for Abby and Oliver. So sweet. Gina, she would do it for us too. I mean, you, me, whoever. But if she thinks one of them even looks hungry, she'll cook them some. And I do believe it was Tuesday I found the gravy. She says it was. I believe it was yesterday. But she's been cooking for them. And she'll cook for them tomorrow. And if she didn't today, she definitely will tomorrow. And he'll probably end up with some soup beans. Our dogs love soup beans. He'll end up with some soup beans, and so will Abby. She ain't slighting Abby. Abby gets whatever he gets. So, they're getting fed good. Especially this week. In fact, I think Oliver has started. I think he's better. And he's just leading Mama up. Because he can get out in that yard. When I come home, he was on the patio standing up. He's better. But I believe he's just pretending so Mama will keep tending to him. Do you think there's a possibility he might just be staying sick for you?
No, because he can't get around. He's scooting and stuff. Even when he don't know I'm watching.
How do you know he don't know you're watching? You're standing over top of him.
Because I stand and look out the window sometimes. He don't know that.
He was standing up when I came home.
He stood up more today. He has done better.
And you don't think he's just faking you out to get gravy and biscuits?
No.
You're
I don't
so
think
sweet.
he's smart enough for that.
Oh, Mama, I think he could almost talk. They're probably out there talking about us right now.
I don't think he's that smart.
Abby's probably saying, I overheard him talking about gravy and biscuits. You just keep laying there.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't silly. They know. They know their business. Them two dogs are smart. I told you Abby probably worked for NASA, and how about they're trying to do a takeover?
She knows if I go out the back door and it makes a noise or anything, she comes a running. She knows I've got food for her.
If you go out the front door, they go running.
I know it.
Basically, if they see you, Mama, they come running.
I give them food. I want them to be healthy.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful night.
Y'all have a blessed night. Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for putting up with us. Is all I can say.
Yeah.
Y'all have a blessed week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.